Hello, I am the Go Sales Master Camp Curator, Ji-Hoo John. We welcome you this week once again to the Go Sales Master Camp Week 6. Shall we review what we learned last week? In the first session, we learned about Atomy's sustainable management model, powered by the Mustige strategy through absolute price and absolute quality. Also, the model is possible due to Atomy's GSGS strategy and accompanied growth. In the second session, we took some time to learn in detail about Atomy's hit products, Hemohim and the Absolute Cell Active Skincare. And lastly, with the topic adding Atomy to Colmar. We were able to learn about the tedious quality management system of Atomy. Today, we will talk about Atomy's success system, which all of you should be able to tell the potential contractors who are interested in the philosophy and high-quality products of Atomy. You should be able to explain to them about this system in detail. There are going to be 3 lecture sessions today as well. For the first session, we will listen to a lecture about Atomy's philosophy, which leads to consumer success, going beyond just their satisfaction. We will also look at Atomy's Global One marketing, which sets Atomy apart. For the second session, we will look at the roles of sponsors and partners. And lastly, for the third session, we will look in detail how Atomy's success system is differentiated from other network marketing companies. There are lots of great content that awaits you.
Recording the video.
It's going to be a blast. Shall we begin the lectures for week 6?
35 minutes. You need to send her, you do for her the card for what?
No, money I'll tell me she go herself.
Then the other person want house. I'm supposed to
Do.
even for her too.
Yeah lah.
Our church actually has the same history as Atomy. Could you please explain in detail what it means to love the consumers throughout the 11 years history of Atomy?
One illustration that explains Atomy quite accurately is the baby philosophy versus the cow philosophy. The reason why a rancher takes care of a cow is in order for him to get milk from the cow. The end purpose is not the cow, but in gaining milk. But a mother takes care of a baby not in order to get something from the baby, but actually the end goal is the baby.
That's truly a good illustration.
I tell Atomy's members by using this illustration, to never use people as a means to an end. People must always be the end goal. That is why the number one managerial objective of our company is consumers' success. There are slogans such as consumer satisfaction touches the consumer's hearts. But what these slogans imply is that the purpose of touching the consumer's hearts is so that the company can make money. The consumer's satisfaction and emotions just becomes a means. But in Atomy, the consumer's success itself is our end goal. As I manage this company, I try to serve each of our members. For example, our seminars start at 10 a.m. Members who live far away, such as Mokpo and Busan, have to wake up at 5 a.m. and skip breakfast to attend. I was worried that our members would be hungry, so Atomy buys rice cakes and juices from the nearby mart, right? So at least no one will come hungry to the seminars. These kinds of actions show our service to our consumers. Another example is that Atomy gives commission to the members every 2 weeks. And I know each of the members' situations. I also know where the sales of the products are coming from. The company used to calculate the commission through a program, and I would call each contractor, and they could receive their compensation. At the time, the return rate was also quite high, because our company's name value was not that high. I would ask, are there any products that are planned to be returned? And the member would answer, no, sir. The reflected revenue is accurate. Then I would send them their commission so that they could use it the next morning. I was worried whether the contractors had money for their daily costs. I was concerned about the members' personal financial situation.
I believe this is love for the consumers.
So, when I sent them their commission, which was only $60 or $70 at that time,
I believe the members were able to feel the love of the CEO.
I think it was these kinds of actions that spoke to the members. They were able to feel that the CEO of the company was not just concerned about his own well-being.
I think that is the same whether it's for church plants or for excellent companies. I think the cow philosophy and the baby philosophy is a really good illustration. It's not about using people as means, but that they are an end in themselves. I believe a leader should be like the conductor of an orchestra. When I first saw a conductor, I noticed that violinists and cellists would get paid for their rigorous performance. But I noticed the conductors were paid highly for just flinging a stick in the air. Why get paid so much when they don't do much? I was truly ignorant. Now I know that it's really difficult to be able to have other people's voices heard and to harmonize all the sounds together.
In any given situation, people must not be a means to an end. They have to be the end goal itself. This is called the cow philosophy and the baby philosophy. The reason why a rancher takes good care of a cow is not for the well-being of the cow. It's so that a lot of milk can be gained from the cow. There will be no rancher that will take care of the cow if the cow cannot produce any milk. However, a mother will not take care of her baby in order to gain something from the baby. The end goal is for the well-being of the baby. In the same manner, when we treat people, we must not treat them as a means. People cannot be a means to an end. In Atomy, we do not think of our members or contractors as a means to an end. The company's fundamental purpose is for the success of our members and our contractors. That is why Atomy's number one managerial objective is that the consumers of Atomy be successful. All of you must not think of your partners as a means to your own success. Your ultimate purpose must be how you can make your partners be successful. Then your own success will just follow.
Hello, Atomians. I am Royal Master Kyungja Cha, who is realizing her dreams step by step after having met Atomy. They call me the Passionate Dream Walker. At this time, I will explain how Atomy could become a global leader in network marketing by pursuing success of the consumers. I will tell you about Atomy's community-focused spirit and its global one marketing structure. Atomy was like a glimmer of hope for my dark and desolate life. I was able to burn away all of my fears and worries. And Atomy has brought vibrancy to my life. I think this was possible because I was able to dream with Atomy, with a positive and passionate attitude. I will be an Atomy evangelist even in the future. My passion for Atomy will not subside as I will go even to the ends of the earth. I was an English education coach for 12 years before meeting Atomy. I was earning $8,000 to $10,000 a month. However, in life, unfortunate events come to you, even if you work hard and diligently. My parents and my youngest brother had passed away due to an illness, and I also went bankrupt. My house and my belongings were to be seized by the bank. I was going through a difficult time, and that was when I was introduced to Atomy's Evening Care 4 set and Atomy's Absolute Selective Skin Care. For years, I was suffering from super dry skin, but I was surprised the moment I tried Atomy's products. The orbancy, the spreadability of the products were the best among all the cosmetics I've used before. Even those around me would comment, "Wow, you look pretty. What do you have on?" My life that was spiraling down a vicious cycle was slowly turning for the better. I wanted others to benefit from these products as well, so I slowly started to order for other people.
How many percent now?
At the time, I didn't even know about Atomy's marketing plan. For quite some time, I was just Atomy's faithful consumer when one day my son, who was working at a semiconductor company, said, "Mom, in the future, distribution businesses aren't going to be done offline. The Internet of Things are going to revolutionize the world." I think Atomy's network marketing distribution business might not be so bad. I didn't know much about network marketing, and I didn't even know many people, but I thought that I should do Atomy business. I made a resolution with myself. Let me just have 50 families that use Atomy's products. And since attending Atomy seminars, I found out that Atomy was providing good products at an affordable price. It benefits the consumers just by using the products. I strongly felt like I would be missing out if I didn't do this business. I would greet people with my warm smile, and I managed their accounts so that they could accumulate points, which would lead to income. And soon, many members joined under me. When I meet Atomy members overseas, even though it is my first time seeing them, I ask them, how are they doing? And we talk for hours. When I see someone who has lost all courage and hope, I tell them that they can succeed. I give them courage, hope, and a sense of purpose. Then such people are able to get back up with courage and hope. This is the power of Atomy's Global One marketing. This would not be possible if it was not for Atomy.
That one is spoiled.
Having met Atomy is like a gift for me. It's a miracle. It's like magic. When I first started Atomy business, there were only 3 overseas branches: the US, Japan, and Canada. 10 years has gone by, and now there are 26 overseas branches, and Atomy has surpassed $2.2 billion in annual revenue, and there are 15 million members worldwide. Atomy's flagship product, Hemohim, has a cumulative sales record of $2 billion. The reason why Atomy could consistently be a global leader is due to Atomy's picky quality management system. The company delivers good products and the consumers benefit from them. And through word of mouth, the products reach people from all over the world. When this kind of repurchase happens in a certain country, then Atomy's employees go to that respective country and research how to set up an overseas branch. Atomy does not artificially gather members. Consumers naturally want to become Atomy members. This is the power of Atomy's Global One marketing. When I first went to the seminar in Indonesia, people of different physical appearance, language, and culture all gathered around me and they wanted to take a picture with me. I found out that all of them were my partners. The power of K-beauty in Southeast Asia is so strong. Atomy's global partners really like Atomy's cosmetic products. Atomy's Evening Care Peel-Off Mask Pack is especially popular. After seeing how all of us could become so close through Atomy, I was reminded once again of the impact of Atomy's Global One marketing. During COVID-19, I heard sad news through my Indian partners that many people had died in India. They were in need of masks, and I had prepared 3,000 masks, but the shipping costs were too expensive at the time. So I had to put up a post on the Global Messenger chat room to help our Indian partners. And members from Korea, Malaysia, and Indonesia all responded by donating the necessary masks to our Indian partners. One partner has sent all of his commission to the Indian members. It was a time where we could truly test the super synergy of united hearts. Though one person's impact is limited, when people come together, they are able to make a big impact. What could a middle-aged woman like me do? A global business is something that I couldn't even dream of. But with Atomy's super synergy of united hearts, though I didn't have any contact overseas, I was able to realize my dream of becoming a dream walker. Though individually, one's impact is limited, but when like-minded people come together in one spirit, a strong community can be formed. Everyone realized that when forged together, big things could be achieved. In other network marketing companies, only the few who are talented take most of the commission. What would happen to people like me who are passionate but lack the talent? In Atomy, there is a compensation ceiling, and in this system, one superstar is not able to take $10 million. Rather, the system produces 100 or 1,000 stars. In other words, it has a well-distributed and balanced marketing plan, and the commission is paid out weekly instead of monthly. So this should help the novice contractors that receive less commission. Also, last year, Chairman Park mentioned that he wanted to give back to the members to motivate them to become a sales master. That is why the Semi-Sales Master promotion was launched. The purpose of this launch was so that those who were working towards becoming an auto sales master could receive a little commission before reaching the official rank. It was a way to ignite our passion when things seemed out of reach. Chairman Park, thank you so much for your kindness. The main cause for me not to be satisfied with just being a consumer and to continue to strive and become a royal master was due to Atomy's training system. In the beginning, I only focused on selling a lot of products because I thought that would make me get a lot of commission. But I was easily discouraged because there is a limit to my capabilities. When my future was not clear, I didn't miss any of the training programs, including the one-day seminars, Success Academy, Business School, Center seminars, and even the ABR course. In 3 months, you will be able to know what to do, even if you have no network or lack the talent. Fellow Atomyans, the answer is on the site. You need to listen to the consumers.
Let's record this video. I don't know what I
The
buy already.
passion that you have inside of you will be released and you will feel liberated.
Your phone is charging also.
Take out.
Charging now. I'm charging already. If just the
The
angle right, you
first
can
key
charge.
word I selected was
Go and prepare the
100
thing for
years
tomorrow to
old
bring tomorrow.
society.
저기다.
Compared to the past, an
Maybe the
average
kind of-
person's talents or durability
No
to
need, no
work
need, no need.
has not changed that much.
However,
However, a person's lifespan is continuing to increase due to medical advancements. In order to solve this problem of a 100-year-old society, I believe it is necessary to select Atomy Systematic Income, which rakes in income for you even when you're asleep. Our health and liberty must be ensured until we are 100 years old, right? Instead of receiving help from your children or the government, it's a lot fancier to create your own systematic income. The second keyword I've selected is communication. There's nothing in this world that brings me joy as much as talking to people of different ages and cultures and to share about each other's dreams. Through Atomy's system, I am now adept at using my cell phone, and as an individual contractor, I can get by in this global world, and I can freely engage with even younger people. This communication channel spreads like a cell that continues to expand. The third keyword is success. Atomy does not just sell products. It is a company that
Hello,
sells
everyone. Welcome
value.
again.
By
Today,
getting the word
I'm
around,
for-
Atomy ensures the success of the
Hello.
consumers.
Okay. My favorite
Atomy helps the
Company.
contractors
Atomy.
so that they can
Alright.
depend on the
So-
company. And the company's Global One Marketing realizes everyone's dream of coexistence.
By the way, my face is
What do you think? Isn't that enough reason to do Atomy with me?
set. No, four
Einstein
steps.
once said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results."
So many layers
Are you
of-
passionate about the work that you're
Okay.
doing now? No matter how talented you are or no matter how much you work, if you have no passion, talents and efforts will soon fade.
Also don't know where can I
Think
work
about what the next 10 years of your future holds. As long as you have the passion to succeed, Atomy has all the system ready for you to succeed. Success is guaranteed to dreamers and to those who make a decision.
This thing
Don't
is
hesitate.
weighing
I hope you can spread this gift of Atomy to people all over the world.
delivery postage of around
Let me end with this
$6.
chant. It starts with me. Join me. We can do it together. This was Royal Master Kyungja Cha. Thank you.
Why so difficult to unbox?
We just learned about Atomy's philosophy that goes beyond just consumer satisfaction. It's about consumer success. And through Atomy's binary model, the whole world is connected into one marketing, where the whole community moves for the success of an individual. This is called Atomy System.
EMS.
Now you know why in Atomy business you have to strive for your partner's success rather than your own.
Yeah.
In this second
What are you
session,
about?
we will be talking about the
So
role
next
of the
year, right,
sponsor
how many
and
kilo you have done from
followership.
Korea? Right.
Professor Sang-Sur Kwan, an expert in leadership, will be giving a lecture today on the role of a sponsor in network marketing. Let's observe together Hoyler's law of ABC.
Wow, difficult to open. Lots of tape.
Many companies and organizations conduct leadership training for prospective leaders so that they can have the right qualities and attitudes of a true leader. What qualities should a leader have? A leader is someone who leads. What would happen if you try to lead but no one follows you?
Finally,
Then you can't be a leader.
it is open.
So in order for you to become a
Okay.
leader,
Let's
you must
try
have
that.
people willing to follow you. In other words, followers are necessary for there to be a leader. The word follower derives from the German word Kollationen.
Papa Red.
This word means to support, to help, or to contribute. On the other hand, the word leader is derived from the word that means to endure or to suffer.
Left. So I
The
got
one
this.
who endures hardships is the leader,
Fiber again.
and the one who supports this leader
Next.
are the followers. When you're working in an organization, you usually are in the follower role. A manager in a company might be a leader for the team members, but they will have to also follow the company board members. Also in Atomy, there are sponsors on top of the other sponsors. So it is important to learn about leadership, but it is also important to learn how to be a good follower. The word followership started to gain attention from 1992 at Carnegie Mellon University in the US, where Professor Robert Kelly published a book titled
It's a higher end.
The Power of
High
Followership.
suite.
There are 3 reasons why the term followership started to gain notice. First, most of an organization's performance is determined by the followers more so than by the leaders. According to Professor Kelly, only 20% of the organization's performance is based on the leaders, while 80% is based on the performance of the followers. The second reason is because those who show good followership actually have a high chance of becoming an excellent leader.
4.
Ancient philosopher Aristotle once said, "He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader." A person can understand his subordinates and become a good leader only when he has become a good follower. Also, in an organization, someone has to back you up for you to be a leader.
Mouth spray.
If you don't do your part as a follower,
MSM for my joint.
then no one will pull you to the role of a leader. That is why in order to become a good leader, you must also be a good follower. The third reason is if you depend on the leader unconditionally, it will bring upon misery to that organization. To exercise your followership does not mean you just do exactly what the leader tells you to do every time. When a leader does something wrong, a good follower has to have the courage to tell the leader that he is wrong. A good follower knows exactly what the leader wants and helps the leader by working hard. But when the leader goes down a wrong path, a good follower must show the leader his errors and offer an alternative solution. Professor Kelly developed a survey that categorizes a follower's behavior into 5 different types.
That's all.
For the thinking process, Kelly measured whether the follower thinks independently or if he depends on the leader unconditionally. For their behavior, Kelly measured whether the follower actively participated in the organization's tasks or not.
I'm going to take all this.
An independent thinker does not only depend on the leader's thought process, sometimes he will be critical of the leader and the
Thank you for
organization.
watching this video.
Active
Yeah,
participation
bye-bye.
refers to the work one does for not only for himself, but also actively helps the work of his superiors and his co-workers in order to contribute to the performance of the organization. Depending on the distribution of independent thinking and active participation, the different types of followers are categorized as you can see on the screen. An effective follower thinks independently while also actively participating in the organization. An alienated follower has high independent thinking but has low active participation in the organization. A conformist follower has low independent thinking but has high active participation. A pragmatic survivor is in the middle levels for both independent thinking and active participation. Lastly, the passive follower has low independent thinking and active participation levels. The effective follower is the most ideal type. He can think independently, so he also gives constructive criticism, and he leads by example and has a sense of ownership. These types help the leader and their co-workers. They are able to do a lot more than what has been assigned to them. An alienated follower is an independent and critical thinker, but he does not actively participate in the work of the organization. He is talented, but cynical. He criticizes the leader and the organization, but does not himself put in the effort. A conformist follower does not necessarily criticize the leader, but rather he respects the authority of the leader and follows the leader's judgment. and actively completes the work assigned to him. He helps the leader and his co-workers actively, but he is not good at expressing his own opinions. He is known as a yes man. A pragmatic survivor sometimes expresses his opinions, but evades conflict with the leader. He is good at completing tasks given to him, but will not try to do more than assigned to him. Though it seems like he works hard sometimes, many times he just tackles the work that is only assigned to him. He will almost never give an opinion that is against the leader. A passive follower depends on the leader of how to think, and does not carry out the task assigned to him either. He lacks responsibility and does not lead by example either. Many times, he is not able to complete a task without guidance. The most ideal type of follower is an effective follower. What must you do in order to become an effective follower? An alienated follower needs to escape their negativity and cynicism, and needs to focus more on their own work. A conformist follower must train to become a more independent thinker, and needs courage to express one's thoughts and act on them. A pragmatic survivor must first have a vision to be an effective follower, give their own opinions, and try to more actively participate. One must escape the criticism of being a moderate person. A passive follower must learn to think on their own, and learn how to sacrifice oneself for others. Professor Kelly states, it will be difficult for a passive follower to become an effective follower overnight. Instead, one should strive to become a pragmatic survivor first, and then try to become an effective follower from that point and on. We have just learned about the different types of followerships. What kind of followership and leadership should be exercised within Atomy? The leadership that is required in Atomy is servant leadership. Rather than a leader that leads, it is a leader that grows together. More than in any other organization, the role of followership becomes the engine for growth. What type of followership do you think you exercise? Are you thinking independently, without depending too much on how your sponsor thinks? Are you participating actively while diligently helping your sponsors and other members? If you've answered yes to both of these questions, then you are an effective follower. An Atomy leader must serve their partners by helping them succeed. A partner must be an effective follower to their sponsor. There are virtues that one must have to become an effective follower. There are 7 keywords that describe these virtues in order to become an effective follower in Atomy. First is trust. To trust someone is to have faith in them. An Atomy member must trust and follow their sponsor. In Atomy business, one must make their partner successful. That is why an Atomy member must trust that his sponsor is a partner that will lead them to their success. Trust, by its very nature, is bilateral. You must first trust the other person in order for that person to trust you. That is why you have to first trust your sponsor. If you first trust your sponsor, then your sponsor will also lead you to your success. On top of that, you must also receive trust from your sponsors. In an organization, trust comes from one's capabilities and character. In order to gain the trust of other people, you must have the capacity to succeed as an Atomian, and you must refine your character. Second is oneness in direction. If you trust your sponsor, then you will naturally follow their guidance. If you don't agree on the end goal, you should be able to discuss this with your sponsor so that you can both come to an agreement. An effective follower debates furiously when deciding on a direction. However, when the direction is set, he stays on the path. Third is commitment. When the direction of an organization is set, Each member must
Okay.
make sacrifices in order
Beauty
to achieve the team's goals
Beauty sir.
and try their best.
It's a beauty sir.
Commitment is not something that can be forced upon. True commitment is possible when everyone has strong trust and when voluntary efforts are put into reaching a common goal.
Sorbetto.
Commitment is to give everything you have for your work.
Exact.
Atomies members work for success.
Ginkgo.
However, success cannot be gained just by yourself.
Yuma. Exact.
You must receive the help from your sponsor and other members.
Evening cash at 4, right?
When you have an attitude of wanting to give rather than receiving,
Yeah, after that.
that's when true
this one is
commitment
complicating.
is
This
possible.
one, it's one whole set.
When someone has an
Second.
attitude of wanting to give more than to receive, there will be lots of people that will flock to that person. True commitment is possible when you are not bothered by short-term profits
No, the half.
and have your eyes set on long-term goals, like that of a long-term investor.
Banana.
Fourth is engagement. Engagement is inevitable for a person that is committed. To engage in something means to dive into something deeply or to totally be mesmerized by a subject. A world expert on engagement, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, has found the conditions for engagement. When a goal is clear and a task is given that is slightly more difficult than what one can handle, and when immediate feedback is given, then engagement is
You're right,
possible.
that's all.
These conditions are already set for Atomies members.
Put one inside.
If your goals are clear by discussing with your sponsor, then you have to find work that is a little bit more challenging than your limits.
Banana.
Atomy has a system in which performance can be checked quickly,
Funny thing is that
so providing immediate feedback is a given. When one engages in their work fully, one almost goes mad. This can bring you much joy and increase your capabilities. Engaging in one's work is one important condition in becoming an effective follower. Fifth is to be able to take on a challenge. To take on a challenge means to tackle a problem head-on. Your performance and capabilities won't always steadily improve. Your performance and capabilities do not improve in a linear fashion. Rather, they are improved in steps. In order to improve your skills and performance, you must find a breakthrough. You have to tackle a difficult problem head-on.
How can we see and tell one different?
When you've overcome a difficult challenge, that's when your performance and capabilities will improve. That is why you must have a proactive attitude in tackling difficult challenges at your work. The reason why Atomy could also grow this much was because of this attitude to take on any challenge. An effective follower takes on an even seemingly impossible challenge and achieves success by realizing that challenge. Sixth is the ability to learn. Training experts explain learning within an organization as the law of 70-20-10. They say workers learn 70% of their knowledge through their work experience. And by applying what they've learned in the workplace, 20% is learned by communicating and sharing with others. And 10% is learned through formal education and training. The amount of learning that takes place by watching videos, such as the one you're watching now, amounts to only 10% of learning. 70% of learning takes place by doing the actual work. And 20% is learned by talking and communicating with your sponsors and other members. That is why, in order to learn, you must organize and refine the skills and knowledge you have gained in the workplace. And you must actively communicate what you've learned with others. It's not just about learning from other people. You can also grow in your learning by sharing with other members the knowledge and skills you've gained. The best way to make knowledge as your own is to teach what you've learned to other people. Last is communication. Most people think that a good communicator is someone who has good oratory skills. However, the best communicator is in fact someone who is good at listening. Communication skills are determined not by one's ability to speak, but listen. An effective follower must listen carefully to the words of the leader. One must ask the deeper meaning of what the leader said, and he must also double check if that's what the leader meant. And afterwards, one must give feedback about what was discussed earlier. That is why a follower's good communication skills are supported by listening, taking notes, questioning, verifying, and giving feedback. A person's communication skills are determined by the actions above. A follower who has the 7 virtues mentioned above will be an effective follower. There is a DNA of super synergy of United Hearts in Atomy. Super synergy of United Hearts signifies everyone coming together to work together. A sponsor must practice servant leadership towards their partners, and the partner must become an effective follower to their sponsor. This is what it means to have super synergy of United Hearts. The balance and cooperation in Atomy is a well-balanced leadership and followership. Fellow Atomians, I hope all of you will be able to practice true followership so that all of you may become leaders that lead everyone's success and growth. Thank you.
Not even key inside. You tell me I'm boss in the end, everything come up like that.
You need to check.
Hello, I wish for a miracle in all of your life. I am known as the miracle maker that sings and donates in Atomy. I am Star Master Hyungjun Kim. I would like to introduce one law to all of you, which is known as the basics of network marketing business. I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's Euler's Law of ABC. First, let's dive into Euler's Law of ABC, which is today's topic. This law is a way to increase the effects of marketing, which was defined by Harvard Business School's Professor Euler. In business, it is a method known to be effective in spreading information to people, which also follows the law of human relationships. This was a method used when the Japanese took over the global market by storm. Experts were invited to give lectures in order to sell Japanese products, and the result was more sales, and that was how Professor Euler's law was defined. I'm sure many of you focus on individual performance in network marketing. For me, in order to maximize teamwork and to improve results, I am fully utilizing Euler's law. The A in ABC stands for advisor, B stands for bridge, the informer, and C stands for customer, which is also the client. You can clearly see the difference between A, B, and C, right? So B now has roles to fulfill both on the left and right. When there are at least 3 people, one person always has to act as the mediator. Let me explain to you Euler's 8 commandments, which allows B to utilize Euler's law on the business field. First, deliver the invitee's personal profile to your sponsors before a meeting. The more information A has of C, the information that A delivers to C will be more useful. Has C used Atomy's products before? Are they satisfied with the products? Are they interested in Atomy business? Do they have network marketing experience? You need to figure out the FORM needs, which are F for family, O for occupation, R for recreation, and M for money. Such information must be delivered to the sponsors. If not, time will be wasted in asking about C's life. Second, in this step, you have to tell the invitee about the sponsor. You must share information about A to C as well. If C meets A without prior information, then C will have a close minded attitude, regardless of A's background. In other words, C will think that A is not trustworthy. By informing C about A, you are establishing a rapport between them,
Level until there already.
so it is an important role of B to increase C's credibility. And one more
For
thing,
3 years like that already.
you should bring C to go greet A first. By the order of greeting, naturally a sense of authority is established. Third, this step is related to the authority of the sponsors. You should not intervene when the sponsor is talking. When the sponsor is speaking, you should help the invitee focus on the sponsor's words rather than interject his words. You might know this in theory, but if you invite your close friend, then you will blurt out, "That's wrong," or, "Oh, she already knows all about that." There are people who interject. You might do that with the intention to help your sponsor, but in fact, you are not utilizing your sponsor. You are belittling them. And even if your sponsor says the wrong information, you should not point out their mistakes. Rather, you should listen to them. Fourth, in order to focus on your sponsor's words, you should clean up your surroundings. Either turn off your cell phone or switch it to silent mode. The most important thing in the ABC three-party meeting is to get rid of all distractions. The reason of doing this is so that time can be used efficiently in order to effectively share about Atomy because everyone is busy. If your phone rings during your talk, or if someone replies with a text, it can kill the atmosphere. The same applies for smoking during the meeting or going to the bathroom. That is why the inviter must give advice to the invitee to go to the bathroom before the sponsor arrives, or tell them to either turn off their phones or put it on silent mode. Of course, there are unforeseen circumstances. For example, the sponsor might be invited to the invitee's house and the rice cooker might go off, making a loud sound. That could break everyone's concentration as well. Or the dog at home could bark loudly. You should calm your dog or cat down beforehand and prepare only simple drinks so that it's not a hassle. Fifth, give a seat to the invitee where he can concentrate. If you have a meeting at a loud coffee shop, have the invitee face the wall so that they can focus. In my case, I've set aside a showroom of Atomy's products in my house. When I have a meeting there, I have the invitee face the products. As the invitee listens to me, they naturally show interest towards the products, and they can even test the products. Sixth, the inviter should take notes on the words of the sponsor. If the inviter leaves the room while leaving it all up to the sponsor, it will be difficult for the invitee to focus as well. Of course, the inviter probably knows all the content of the talk already. But one should act like they're hearing it for the first time by sitting next to the invitee and nodding and agreeing with the sponsor. The inviter must actively take notes and show a high level of interest. That will create an atmosphere where the invitee will also take notes and focus. The last couple of steps for the ABC three-party meeting. Seventh, You must say a closing statement that can lead to a next meeting. The biggest reason why you invite a sponsor to the meeting is to invite the invitee one more time. There's not enough time to share all the necessary information in one meeting, so the invitee should be re-invited to the center, to the line meetings, Success Academy, and etc. You must continuously invite the invitee. At this time, the inviter B should not think about C's situation too much. You might not understand what that means. You might be thankful to your friend for sparing time that day. And when you try to invite that friend again, you might feel sorry for them because you feel like you're stealing their time. You're busy that day, right? You're going to be at work? It's going to be difficult because of your kids. Then your friend will think, oh, I don't really have to go, huh? They will change their mind and not accept the invitation. You should say, I know you're busy, but you should really take the day off. It's a good opportunity for your life to totally change. Don't miss out. If the seminar is during lunchtime, I'll pack some lunch. Let's eat simply, and after the seminar, we can go eat a fancy dinner. You don't like to commute? I'll pick you up then. Make some time just that day. You must show a strong will to invite them. The inviter must also lead by setting the date for the next meeting. Instead of asking, when do you have time? Or are you available this day? You should ask, which days are you available? You should give them different options so that the invitee can pick a date. The eighth and last step is a proper follow-up. In Hoyler's 8 Commandments, there are 2 meanings for the term support. The term support can be divided into follow-up and follow-through. Let me explain the difference between follow-up and follow-through. In follow-up, after the invitee has met the sponsor, or after he has participated in a seminar, or has used the products, within 48 hours, you must check how the experience was by contacting them or by personally meeting them. For follow-through, you must be able to have the invitee settle into the system steadily. You must guide the invitee so they will continue to use the products, learn more about the company, and participate in Atomy's online and offline training systems that are hosted by the HQ in a positive manner. In Atomy, you need excellent organizational management skills. Remember that it is a business in which you should manage your consumers so that once they have joined, they should not slip away. Hoyler's Law of ABC and the 8
I already buy
Commandments
so many from.
will help you achieve that goal. This was Miracle Maker who casts miracles in your lives. Star Master Hyungjun Kim.
Do you understand now how important the role of the sponsor is? Whether you're the partner or whether you're the sponsor. You must maintain harmony and balance with them. I hope you will be a strong Atomy community that way. For the final and third lecture, we will talk about Atomy's success system, which separates itself from other network marketing companies. Shall we begin?
No, I already know more. I want so long already.
Hello, this is Kyung-hee Kim from the Domestic Business Department. A honeybee is not able to defeat a hornet, which is 500 times its size. However, even with such a big disadvantage, there is one way how a honeybee can defeat a hornet. It is through the super synergy of United Hearts strategy, in which all the honeybees come together in unity.
So everybody
When a
take
hornet
one,
attacks,
take
the
four,
honeybees
four,
stick together to raise their temperature to 47 degrees. A hornet dies at 46 degrees, while a honeybee can survive until 48 degrees. The hornet is not able to withstand the increased temperature and will eventually have to face death. I believe the super synergy of United Hearts is similar to that of Atomy Spirit. Through seminars and Atomy's system of super synergy of United Hearts, the contractors are able to understand the company's bigger vision and become united. The outcome is not dependent on the individual. Actually, an individual's talents are not that important. The essence of an Atomy's success system is that anyone can succeed with the company's system, as long as they have the passion and decide to work hard. Success Academy gives direction to the contractors as to how they should maintain a balanced life and tips on how to succeed. It is Atomy's official seminar, which is held once a month. That is why it is called Success Academy. The Success Academy consists of talks and lectures on topics of Mestige and the success stories of contractors. There are also various concerts and a time to write one's own life scenario. It helps the contractors maintain a balanced life. Many Atomy members attend the seminar on site, and for members overseas, the seminar is broadcasted online simultaneously to 26 different overseas branches. By donating to Compassion, a donation sharing ceremony is held for children worldwide. And during the Mestige session, the members are able to learn about Atomy's absolute quality and absolute price and the product philosophy. During the Global Insight session, the members listen to the global news of Atomy as it expands to the world. And through Chairman Park's lecture on Atomy's vision, the members are inspired to have vision for their own success. Many contractors confess that the one-day seminar and Success Academy are the best system in helping the members succeed. If you participate in all the one-day seminars and Success Academy and focus on Atomy's system, then the members admit that success will be inevitable. I think these words are true and false at the same time. The contractor must truly understand all the information shared with them, and by participating in the seminars, they must awaken their passion and spirits continuously. All of this contributes to the focus and energy of the members, and this is what leads the members to succeed. The contractors who abide in the system are the ones that succeed. The reason why Atomy HQ conducts Success Academy is because the company truly wishes that many contractors will have a balanced life.
Hello, I am Youngjun Kim from Atomy's Education Operation HQ. If I were to express Atomy's one-day seminar, it is Atomy's Manual for Success. It is a success system that represents a path for success to the members. The one-day seminar is held every Thursday at Orots Vision Hall. On the week Success Academy is held, there is no one-day seminar. It is a time for the members to invite all the novice contractors nationwide, and they can learn about the company, Atomy's products, marketing plan, and the vision of the company. What differentiates Atomy from other companies is that it is essential that the company hosts and organizes all of the seminars, which is an essential part of the members' education. Of course, the same applies for one-day seminars. Atomy has created a success system in which even if a member who does not have much talent abides in the system, is able to succeed in a big way. It is a system that leads the contractors to success as everyone comes together in the super synergy of United Hearts and by listening to Chairman Park's lecture about the company. For those that want to do Atomy business as a side hustle, Atomy is a perfect fit for those that want to do Atomy business part-time. Atomy has a success system that ensures success for part-timers especially in an age where there are many uncertainties. There is no such thing as a secure job anymore. The vivid stories of successful contractors share the same story as all of the novice members who are concerned about their income. It is a lecture style in which the members can easily understand, and they will know how to conduct Atomy business as a side hustle. More than anything, if you have a good understanding of Atomy's success system, this will help you immensely in starting Atomy business.
I am Jung Sub Kim from the Lifelong Learning Development HQ. ABC stands for Atomy Business College. This program is Atomy's new success system, which promotes lifelong job security through Atomy Business. It is a new system that trains network marketing professionals. Atomy Business College identifies the rapidly changing trends of the age and the various consumers' needs. It helps the members to become network marketing professionals. In order to ensure sustainable growth of the contractor's business, this program helps the growth and improved performance of the individual contractor. ABI stands for Atomy Business Invitation. It is a program that is tailored to the needs of the consumers. Every month, new information and knowledge is shared, along with Atomy's new products and social trends. The vision of Atomy's business is also shared. Previously, in the ABR course, various experts shared information on health, beauty, and lifestyle. They shared information on Atomy's products and its reviews to many Atomy members. The new ABI program is a renewed version of the previous ABR course. The ABI program will use past content while tackling the needs of the contractors on the business site. New and trendy content will be added, so you can be excited for this new program.
We just looked at the success system of Super Synergy of United Hearts, which was the engine of how Atomy could achieve tremendous growth, not just locally, but also in the global market. For an organization that has individuals that only utilize their own talents, their ceiling will be the talents of each of their members. However, an organization that shares all the members' capabilities will be able to create synergy, which will be double or triple. This is proven to be true as we see the success of the many contractors in Atomy, regardless of their education, network, or wealth. Super Synergy of United Hearts is stronger than fierce competition. In the beginning of 2023, during January's Success Academy, the Chinese 4 characters of the year was shared: quantum jump and global synchronization. The first set of characters mean to rise from the ashes, to raise the flag, and beat the drums. Quantum jump. And the second set of Chinese characters mean global synchronization. This means that all Atomians should raise their flags, forget all of the past hard times, get back up, and jump into the world. I hope all of you will be able to achieve a balanced life in 2023 as well, by living well, loving others, learning, and contributing back to the society within Atomy's success system. Thank you.
Hello, I am Youngmin Cho from Education Center Operations HQ. At this time, I will talk about Atomy's Education Centers. Atomy's Education Centers are a place of community for contractors, consumers, and potential clients. It is a place for learning about Atomy and is also used as a place for business for Atomy members as well. Any Atomy member can learn and receive consultation at the center. As these education centers are officially accredited by Atomy HQ, all the material taught at the education center must be in line with the direction and philosophy of Atomy HQ. Active learning about Atomy takes place at the education centers. Since contractors who have been tested are able to operate these centers, Atomy HQ conducts reviews to officially select the center heads. There are 3 conditions to become the head of an education center. First,
almost finish. I
the
take
center
ah.
head must at least be an auto sales master.
Almost
Second,
not more already.
within the past year, the center head must not have received punishment as severe as having their membership frozen or has broken a serious rule.
Monday one very
Lastly, the center head must have passed a test on Atomi's business methods, cultural understanding, and teaching skills through an interview. And after having become Atomi's education center head, one will be able to receive an education commission. An education commission is a sponsorship intended for the sound management and education of the center's members. An education commission is calculated as 6% of the total members' PV. It is paid out during the first and second half of the month. The center head has the responsibility to become a model for the members as they represent Atomy. They must follow all the basic membership rules, and if they have not fulfilled the roles of an education center head, then there will be restrictions to their right as a center head. To become an education center head requires a lot of responsibility and leadership. A center head must have the following 5 attitudes. First, a center head must serve Atomy members. They must have an attitude of service. Second, a center head must provide high-quality education and operate a sound education system. Third, a center head has the duty to participate in all the seminars and workshops that are organized by the HQ. Fourth, a center head must try to maintain the fame of Atomy. Last, a center head must not work for another network marketing company other than Atomy. At Atomy HQ, there are various workshops and training that are conducted in order to equip the center head with the right tools. A center head must participate in the HQ's workshops at least twice a year. At the center head's workshop, necessary information such as HQ's important notices, changes in the domestic network marketing laws, tax duties and laws that the center heads need to know about, sharing cases of model education centers, are provided in order that the head may effectively operate the education centers. As of 2022, there are a total of 1,400 education centers nationwide. The highest number of centers are in the Greater Seoul metropolitan area, including Seoul, Gyeonggi, and Incheon, which amounts to a total of 606 centers. There are 122 in Gangnam and 102 centers operated in Busan. The aforementioned regions are where Atomy is the most active. Atomy's education centers are vibrantly operated all over the country, and the centers are filling the role of helping the first steps of consumers, new members, and prospective contractors. It is now an important pillar in Atomy's success system. Atomy's education centers will continue to provide useful information to members within Atomy where anyone can succeed even without individual talents. The centers will be a hub where it will be the primary place to manage the members. This was Youngmin Cho from the Education Center Operations HQ. Thank you.
How can you do Atomy business in an easier and smarter way? If you're doing Atomy business, you probably have this question in your mind all the time. For all of Atomians with such thoughts, Atomy has some good news to reveal to all of you. The Atomy shopping mall, where all of you can meet Atomy's various products, and also a place of opportunity for the members, has gone through a major renewal. Today, let's look at the changes to the renewed Atomy shopping mall, which draws the consumers and the contractors even more to the website. I'll give you tips on how to make your business successful, not just through offline methods, but also through online means. The function that is probably the most noticeable from Atomy Shopping Mall's renewal is the My Office function, which is a great tool for business. In My Office, you can see the trend of your business at a glance from A to Z. It is indeed a small office on the palm of your hands. You will be provided with information regarding necessary items that have to do with Atomy business, from sales to compensation, the lineage, and schedule. It even offers a useful roadmap that ensures a happy life in Atomy. Through the Sales tab, you can check not only your sales, but also the sales of the members on your left and right legs by each time period. You can categorize your commission by General Commission, Mastership Bonus, and Education Commission. You can also track the PV under your lines. You get to meet a lot of partners through Atomy Business. Through your lineage, you can check in detail the new members, which members have left and stopped their accounts, who the member is that received their first commission. The following Footsteps tab and Life Scenario are useful functions for novice contractors that have started Atomy Business, but you don't know where to start. You will learn about the routine of contractors before you, and you will be able to learn success know-hows by setting goals for success in order to manage your Atomy business more effectively. Lastly, through the Schedule tab, you can keep track with the dates of various seminar videos, Atomy's products through live shows, and channel Atomy shows. You will be able to check the schedule of Atomy's various programs at a glance. Don't miss anything and try to gain everything that has to do with Atomy business through My Office. We will now look at Channel Atomy, which is the official platform where various contents are available for Atomy business. In Channel Atomy, you can watch various content that includes Atomy's latest news, electrifying lecture videos of Chairman Park, the founder of Atomy, one-day seminars, Success Academy, Atomy After Hours, and vivid stories that are shared with Atomy's successful contractors. You also have access to educational material and information of popular products, loved by the consumers, so that consumers will fully understand the absolute quality and absolute price of Atomy's prestige products. On top of that, Atomy's latest news and trends, alongside Atomy's magazine that is published periodically, allows the members to access Atomy's news quickly and accurately. You just want to save all of these videos here, don't you? Don't worry. You just have to click on the star on the top right of the video, and that will save the video to your My List menu. Also, if you press the social media icon on the right of the video, you can share the videos through various social media platforms. Just click on the desired category, and you can search for videos that you are interested in or curious about. Whether you're home, whether you're on the move, as long as you have Channel Atomy, you will always be up to date. The COVID pandemic has ushered in the non-contact and new normal age, so the following tools help those that are still unfamiliar with doing Atomy business online or have difficulty managing electronic devices. If you visit Atomy's official YouTube channel, there are plenty of videos of various topics. There is a playlist, Smart Atomian, and the videos in this playlist will explain how you can maximize your use of Atomy through online methods and electronic devices, receiving real-time notifications of events, and seminars held by Atomy HQ through messaging apps, creating and utilizing social media accounts, which are necessary tools for the UNTAC age, and using the video conferencing program such as Zoom to communicate with your fellow Atomians. All of these are kindly taught through the videos. If you connect your smartphone to your TV or laptop, you will be able to view Atomy's online seminars on a big screen. Why don't you take on the challenge of becoming a Smart Atomian during the UNTAC age through the Smart Atomian playlist? We've looked at Atomy's various business support tools, such as Atomy Shopping Mall functions, and the official Channel Atomy website, and the playlist Smart Atomian on the YouTube channel. I hope all of you will be able to have a turning point with this amazing support system so that you can be successful.
What is Atomy's success system, which sets it apart from other network marketing companies? The company provides the whole success system to the members. The company does all the preparation to ensure the success of the members. And the sponsors and partners' job is to just focus on your business. through super synergy of united hearts. It is a differentiated success system compared to other companies. I hope you will be able to reach your goal of becoming a sales master more quickly by actively utilizing the company's and the center's resources. That is the end of the lectures for week 6. We could see how Atomi's goal of making its members successful leads to a healthy cycle of making also the company succeed. For today's assignment after the 8 steps to success is follow-up. After learning about follow-up, please take some time to practice this with your sponsors. Don't forget about your mission for Be Your Own Leader daily habits. Next week in week 7 of the Go Sales Master Camp, we will talk about Atomy Business, a successful business with the sponsors. This was Jihu John, your Go Sales Master Camp curator. Thank you.